This song's for the men who never gave up, for the glory and for all of us. He built a dream before the world believed, a millionaire so young and free. With kindness, mind, and genius eyes, he saw the truth, he touched the sky. From private pages, charity calls, he gave his heart beyond the walls. While others slept, he lit the spark, the man of vision, Richard Hart. They called him names, they threw their shade, but diamonds shine from pressure made. Happy birthday, Richard Hart, you changed our world, you played your part. Hex Pulse, you lit the spark, freedom coded in the dark. 1 million dreams, one burning flame, we still believe and sing your name. Happy birthday, Richard Hart, forever strong, forever smart. From 50 Bitcoin blocks he mined to HEX designed with yield aligned. 10,000 next the haters burned, but faith and patience always earned. They called it luck, we call it fate. You showed us how to celebrate. Now Pulsechain breathes, the storm will part, for glory's written in your chart. No mercy for the weak of hand, the strong will rise and understand. Happy birthday, Richard Hart, you changed our world, you played your part. Hex to Pulse, you lit the spark, freedom coded in the dark. 1 million dreams, one burning flame, we still believe and sing your name. Happy birthday, Richard Hart, forever strong, forever smart. You fought the storm, you won the fight. Now your vision shines in light. Patience pays, the world will see your legacy in divine.
Happy birthday, Richard Hart.
Your glory's more than just a chart.
Happy birthday, Richard Hart.
Forever free, that's who we are.
Happy birthday, Richard Hart.
Hex still shines, PLS will rise. The weak hands fade, the strong survive. We thank you now from every part. Happy birthday, Richard Hart. He built a dream from code and time.
What the hex is you guys talking about?
Good morning, you guys. When Bob's.
What the hex is going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Okay, I know the word maxi is kind of rough, right? But a lot of us are kind of like hex maxis, right? Listen, I could be tolerant, man. You guys do whatever you want to do, right? I'm like, everything I learned from Richard Hart, right, about crypto worked. And every time I don't follow that, it fails, right? So, and then but I keep doing it, right? So, because I got to fail, I got to have some sort of experiment like that, you know?
That was the worst thing I ever heard. It was terrible. It was horrendous.
Har. Heart, mate. Heart.
Hello, everybody. Richard Hart here. Guess who just beat the SEC in court and did not settle and did not have their case dropped? This guy. Me. I did that. And you know why I did that? Well, 1, I'm innocent. 2, I've got great lawyers. 3, the government decided to bring a really stupid case against a really honest person. And guess what happened? The judge saw through it and dismissed the case in its entirety, something that almost no other cryptocurrency has ever achieved. You people watching right now are going to lose millions of more dollars because you avoid the wonderful advice that I give you for free. Not your keys, not your coins. You got admin keys, you're going to get wrecked. It's that simple. It's that easy. Cryptocurrency was invented to get rid of counterparty risk. You are injecting counterparty risk by giving other people your keys. If you're giving other people your Bitcoin for yield, you're going to lose your money. If you're giving other people your crypto for yield, you're going to lose your money. We've got trustless systems now that remove the need for trust. Use them. This is what Bitcoin was invented for. So I try and save people.
What the heck?
I have a theory, and you could say this is unrelated to Hex, because I'm very weary of talking about Hex price, because I don't want anyone to think that I know what's going to happen, or that I know it's going to go up, or I know it's going to go down. I have absolutely no idea. So I'll speak to markets in general. Markets in general, if you want something to go up a higher price, what helps that happen is everyone buying and buying more, and no one selling, or if they do sell, selling less. That's really how prices go up in free markets. So if you want to get rid of those guys that would have sold at lower numbers than your target, you shake them out and you make sure that they don't have bags to unload on the way up. And if no one else sells, then whoever wants to buy just has to pay whatever the price is. And so if you can shake out all the weak hands, then you don't have them like riding up with you and then selling into the price on the way. And it just makes it easier to get wherever you want to go. So this idea of shaking out weak hands, I think, makes sense in that if there's two types, I'm making a hypothetical world here. If there's two types of users, one that will sell at lower prices and one that will only sell at higher prices, if you can get rid of all the lower price sellers and have them sell the very bottom or whatever, then you don't have to worry about them or deal with them anymore. And if you can get that supply into the hands of people that just won't sell, then, you should, in theory, have higher price appreciation. And once again, I have no idea what the HEX price will do.
What the heck?
What the heck?
What the heck?
What the heck?
What the heck's price?
Let's go.
What
Happy
the-
birthday to
Are
you.
you singing to Richard Hurt?
Happy
Birthday to you.
Happy
birthday,
Richard Hart.
King of the world.
Happy
Happy
birthday to you.
Perfect.
And many more.
How old are you now?
Happy birthday, but yeah.
What is this about? You guys just want to get rid of everybody, yeah?
We got
This
confetti.
This is the great shakeout.
Exactly. This is the shakeout right here.
If you look at it that way, Crispy, yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
Well spotted.
Oh.
Avalon says, shake it. Yeah, that's right.
Hex on Air says his headphones are
My
broken.
headphone protests and his prostata.
My wife always said, fake it till you make it.
That's right.
Chrispyman. It's the return of the Chrispyman with the cigar, the big cigar, the fat lady cigar. What happened to your cigar show? Has that been canceled or what is going on?
No, we went on hiatus, man.
Hiatus. Oh, yeah, that's trendy right now.
Can't afford the Macanudos. Eh?
Can't wait for the
We're
comeback.
working on it. No, there's a lot of people busy with a lot of different things,
Yeah, especially RG, right? He's driving the van and
I don't know, but yeah, I don't specifically. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot going on, and so it's been encroaching in our ability to even scratch out an hour worth 3 or 4 people can get together at one time. It's crazy. Building, building, building.
Building, that's right. So when we started the stream, we had 22 people on YouTube. Now it's 17. So I really appreciate the support.
It was a happy
30,
birthday thing.
30% shakeout right there.
That's the big shakeout right there. But still, let's say hi to the chat before we go into things. First is Hans, here for the Copium Boys. Oh, you've come to the right place. Chris Side Effects, my drum and bass DJ brother from the southern hemispheres of Texas, Austin, Texas, in the building. Good to see you. Tam Tam, hello, my lovely Tam Tams. Space went a little bit off the rails, didn't it, on Tuesday?
It got back on there. Don't worry.
But I hope it got back on track. Yeah, you need to be more. I mean, who am I to say this? But I wish someone would be more selective in who they let on the mic there. But yeah, it's
you know, when there are people that you expect to do something and you let them flap their gums and then you tell them to go do whatever.
Right, but this space is not a flap your gum space. This is with a purpose and with a schedule and with a
it was
with a roadmap.
If you would have listened to the entire thing, it was very constructive, and she does a great thing for our community.
Yeah, I love it. Crispy.
I think it is. I think it is a great thing. I missed it this week. You know, but I heard about it, so I guess it must have been.
You heard of it?
Must have been big enough that. But
I picked up your
here's the
shift,
thing.
so you can pick up mine next week.
I don't know. I usually have things going on Tuesdays, so I haven't been able to really be in on that. But I think unfortunately this will sound like anti what we try to do. It almost has to be a little centralized in that there needs to be, I think, right. If you want to keep it on track, you got to run it like a meeting. I hate corporate.
Oh, yes.
I mean, that's kind of like how it is. You got to run it like, this is what we're talking about, guys. I mean, I love that you want to talk about all this other stuff, but you got to be a little pushy, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be for onboards and
what you're talking about, strangely enough, Chrispyman, is exactly the charter that was given to the admins from the Telegram space 4 years ago plus.
Oh God!
And we see how that turned out. I got like flash marks on my back for telling people, all right, I just came in the chat. I had 3 hours to sleep. I'm hearing like all sorts of crap about meteors and like, conspiracy shit and anti-vax shit. You know what, guys? Get this back on the topic, which is what the channel's for. Telling people about this ecosystem. And it was not a good thing back then. Even now, people look back and they say, you ruled over it like a tyrant. All I said was keep it on fucking topic.
Of course. On the other hand, with having B Roots and Famous and all these people on, that space had 2,000 listens
it's awesome
on the replay gang, so.
Can I summarize the most important point that was made, I think, during that entire time on this last little thing?
Yeah.
So one of the other co-hosts is Giga. And Giga had a very sobering and deep message. And that is he's not going to participate in any of these other spaces that talk smack about the ecosystem anymore. It's been fun in games to do that when things were really at a different part of the cycle, but now it's time to rally and come together and stop the bullshit. Start talking positive, start shilling the fucking thing, the entire ecosystem and the community like we once did. Yeah. So I really respected that message coming from Giga, and hats off to Tam Tam for putting this thing on every week at Tuesday. All you guys that are watching now, these should be on that damn space.
You know how sometimes these things become something different than you're thinking you're going to start up, and so maybe it needs to be split into, hey, you got this really great thing with all these people and thousands, and it's going to be a more open topic, and then maybe there's another that's very specific to, like, hey, onboard questions. Right?
Onboard questions, yeah. Maybe. Let's see how that evolves. But yeah, appreciate the effort, definitely. Tam is in the chat right now. Hex on Air is in the chat. Bit Finesse hates the intro still. Everybody wishing Richard happy birthday. Mrs. Avalon is here. The
It's one
Avalon
of the
fam.
that was one of the longest intros I've been
Really?
part
Thank
of.
you. Peter loves that too.
It cuts down on the value of the increases the value, and it decreases all the topics that you dread talking about on the actual show.
That was AI generated, right?
I think so. It's a dude from Slovakia who actually done that. So one of your brethren.
It's a beautiful song.
Yeah. So
Nice. Okay.
it's a very good one. I think he's from there. I'm not sure. DeFi Rules checking in from Australia, Down Under crew. Good to see you. Paul Sachs in the house. True Blue, Down Under.
What?
Check out the happy hour on Fridays from the Down Under fam. Hex Glenn checking in. Hexter is here. Conspiracy Crypto. That's a great name. Good to see you. And wow, that's a live crowd. Chrispyman, you're bringing the viewers here, man. Amazing.
We got 23.
We're back to 31 and another 20 on the X, which makes it 50.
Wow, that is cool.
Let's go.
We did it.
So first up, some alpha, you guys, which I borrowed from Crypto. Shout a friend of the show. And he says
He
he
is a friend of the show. He
is a friend of the show. And a German guy living in Dubai or wherever, and streamed with Richard before. And he has this thing that he highlighted on an emergency stream on Tuesday, which I thought, hey, we would just borrow that.
Guys, it's an emergency.
And share it here
It's an emergency stream.
He has this thing that's called the Pi Cycle Top Indicator. Right?
Never heard of this before.
So this is the alpha I'm about to throw onto you right now, but I'm not going to do it until we see 5 more likes.
What are you doing? So we have to suffer here until we get 5 more likes?
We have 30 views and only 5 likes? What the heck?
Let me give one.
So how
It's
the
exactly that many likes. How many you deserve?
What we deserve. Exactly.
How many dislikes?
Exactly. So he said the Pi Cycle Top Indicator, the last 3 cycles to the week, when the 365-day moving average crosses with the 111 days moving average, which gives the Greek number pi.
Yes.
Right? And at the last cycle tops, to the day, it picked out the week, here 2014, end of 2017, December. When these 2 moving averages cross, that's when the cycle tops. And it did it again in 21 when we had the famous Richard Hart tweet, "Oh, Bitcoin just fell out the parabola." Okay. And now, with everything that's going on, and this is the alpha right here, you would think that we are again 4 years later in the territory where these 2 moving averages should cross. And we're not. They're very far away from each other, which hints at, and this I don't know, also no financial advice, that we're about to enter the super cycle.
Super cycle. I like that.
What do you guys think? Makes sense, right?
It does. It does. Hey, you probably never watch anything that I put out, obviously, but golden ratio multiplier is a version of that. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I binge everything that you do all at once during the bull run.
And well, anyways, I concur. He is right. We are. If you're going by blow off tops, we're far from the top. Far.
Very far.
Far from the top. Now, can that change? Yes, it can change quickly. It can change in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. But it's beginning to make things look more likely that there's some sort of a change in the structure of the market. The 4-year cycle guys are still looking at this year going, there's still time. It's early October. And
but that window is closing, right? They talking about Santa Claus early December.
But when the window closes, perhaps the door opens.
It might. In 2018, right? It was January, right?
No,
So
December for Bitcoin, December 10th.
yeah, so it
And then
kind of bled over
Ethereum
right
and the altcoins topped in January. So
in
it had
January.
this
So yeah, I kind
two-way
of think about
thing.
Pulsechain that way.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the latest, but it's beginning to look like 5-year cycle theory might be in
play.
in the cards
And
maybe.
the stock to flow model, what we looked at last year, confirms that message because we have a very long, unusual sideways situation, longer than normal. And looking at the pi cycle thing, I don't know about super cycle.
I think we got a plan for everything, dude. Right? That's what I think because people get all emotional, man. I don't think you should get all tied up into 4-year cycles are wrong or they're right. I think, and I've been saying this for a couple of years now as we're watching it, we need to be prepared for both, right? If we see huge increases in price going into November, December, you have to at least consider that might be the only top you're going to see for 4 years, right? You need to at least consider it,
Yeah.
right? Because that is one of the scenarios. Another scenario is that happens, and then there's a second one. In spring or even later in the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, but what you don't want to do is be bare knuckle in this thing all the time, just waiting for the next greatest high. Not unless you're able to plan multi-cycle. If it's multi-cycle, then it doesn't matter. You're just going to wait. It doesn't matter what happens. You don't even need to worry about the price.
Well, I'm staked anyway.
Right. Well, that's helpful.
For years.
Many of us are.
Many of us
Oh,
are.
yes.
So, yeah. Let's check chat. What do you guys think? Mr. Max is here from Canadian, eh? Friendly, the friendly Canadians. We got Bright Light tuning in. Tam loved the RH birthday song in the intro. Yes, it's by @MasterPo 2024. I have posted it on my X account, so you can check it out there.
AI is wonderful.
Love you guys. Appreciate the feedback.
I
Yeah,
can't
we're
wait.
not trying to be preachy. We
can't
love what you're doing, Tam, and we would hate to see this go in the wrong way. So
100%.
I think
that's
she's
all.
doing a yeoman's job.
Absolutely, and we don't mean to
managing
be
personalities and
preachy. Yeah.
Hey, listen. If you want to criticize, then go do it yourself, right? I mean, that's really what it comes down. I mean,
Yes, exactly.
you try to get people to comment, keep
Exactly.
control of it. I mean, I recognize that too. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Absolutely. Right. Believe in yourself, hookers and cocaine. The longer the flat line,
100%.
the longer the flat line, the higher the pumps to the space. Possible. Yeah, that's one
Is
way
that
to
related
look at it.
to hookers and cocaine or no?
it is.
Goes both ways, I guess.
Now, don't take too much cocaine, or else
longer
you'll
the
flatline
line.
as well. Yeah.
He's
Wow.
talking about coin, not real.
Cocoin. Yeah.
Coin.
The higher the
Coin.
pumps to the space. Maddie Lambo checking in as well. Good to see you. So
What's
it could be that it's like a spring coil, right? That is.
And now it's time for Toby.
We go sideways. Well, not yet. Hold your horses. We have settle down. We have another 15 minutes to bridge. So what else are we talking about? I had some news. So we did the alpha thing.
Peter's selling right now. I can tell.
Yes,
Dumping
yes.
on our heads. I can tell.
I'll tell you. I discovered this asset that I really like. It's called HEX. HEX. HEX.
Yes.
Oh?
What about it?
What
Where can I buy it?
What the heck?
Oh, no financial.
We're losing
advice, can't tell you that.
stakers. Ain't that right? We're losing stakers.
That's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
By the
Well, yeah.
hour.
Why? How could that be? Maybe the
Oh, the
yield
biggest-
isn't that great.
Yeah, I'm biggest opportunity ever.
I'm still looking at this site every now and then, even though it's sometimes on, sometimes off. But you see here, serious emergency unstaking 1.4 million hex on Pulsechain side, which is weird. And then if you look at the change in Hex stickers. Where is it? Here, it's all red. Red.
More for me.
Yeah.
Well,
And
Yeah, well,
also on the
it,
Ethereum side,
it's to be expected that that's the case, right? Because
same picture. You see red.
we're back to a situation with very low APR. So it's only going to be on speculation that price goes up that people would overindulge
Yeah.
in staking. And so those of us who continue to do longer Quattro Cinco stakes are taking like a big risk, right? Because you're really banking on this multi-cycle price appreciation.
Yeah.
And then so when you start dialing it back, right, a little bit, then it becomes less and less obvious. Like, why would people stake for 5 years, 4 years, 3 years? So this is why you're seeing the erosion. So big whales, yeah, they're still interested. You see a lot of that going on. But overall, it's just a constant drawdown of the staking. Now, there is, I don't know if we'll talk about it today, but there's the actuator protocol out there, which might be a game changer for all of this.
Right.
And then you have the Hedron ecosystem coming out with a version 2, maybe soon.
I heard so too. Something is cooking there. Yeah.
Yeah, so but I don't know the details, so how it's all going to work. But I do know this is it's asymmetrical, and it takes belief. But I do think that there's a big opportunity for hex stakers,
The ones who stay the course. I think so too. Yes.
Yeah,
It takes belief.
I
It takes cojones, as they say.
Well, it sucks because when you look around, you're seeing somebody do a pump tires, and they're getting 100x or 200x, and you're looking at what's going on with hex, and that's all you're doing is filtering it that way. It doesn't look as good, right? For sure, right? Prices just haven't gone up 100x, so then people are like, why should I bother? But it kind of misses the whole point about beating the system,
That's right. And again, Richard's birthday today. Also, interesting thing I picked up on the Interpol Red Notice, not Red Pole. Get on that red stripper pole. Yeah. No, the Interpol Red Notice. He is now, because we needed 3 more criminal and international rapists to get on that Red Notice
he's
page.
number 4.
He is now gate capped on page 9. Like Hex. Like Hex is gate capped on page 3 on CoinMarketCap. Richard is now out of, like, when you go on the site, you only see the latest 8 pages of people that have been added to. But since he's been on there almost a year or something, he's now no longer present when you just go on the site. So you have to know his last name, which is not hard. So you have to know some details to actually find him. So you can still find him if you search, but it's not, you know what I mean, like present in your face like that.
He can't even hold the number 1 position on the list.
But thank God, though.
501. 501 live, baby.
Big news.
What a loser.
What a loser.
I'm bullish on Red Notice.
Exactly. But it's his birthday, and he shilled...
I'm bullish on Red Poles.
Shilled a new Pulsechain stats site. Do we know who's behind this? I have a hunch that it could be Power City and Liquid Loans that's behind this thing.
Can you do me a favor for a second?
Sure. Anything you want. You're frozen.
Go to please.
On this one?
Yes.
Yes. I'd like some validation.
Validator tab, please.
On the new one?
Yes.
So this is pulsechainstats.com.
Scroll down.
Well, is there the girth since launch?
Scroll down. There.
Yes.
Stop.
There's pop. I see.
Where's Hawaii? Let's look.
Yeah. Go. Okay. Yeah. Spin that damn globe.
Why would you?
And look at and zoom, enhance, zoom in.
Should be here, right?
Where Hawaii is? No, it's mid Pacific.
Further down.
Nah, there it is.
This is already.
You got your little sticky on it now.
This is Hawktua Island already here.
Can you please zoom in? And see my damn asshole? You don't even know where I am on the map.
Can we zoom? Oh, we can zoom.
Zoom.
New Zealand. This is Wookiee. We get a Wookiee on the
straight
channel.
straight up from New Zealand, and you get Hawaii. There. Okay, that's my little atoll.
This thing. Oh,
yes.
There's a little dot. I see a dot.
No, you think it's a dot, but it's not
Yeah.
one of the pink dots. So is it? Is it? It's not pink, is it?
In it.
Do you
In it,
see it?
mate.
Is it pink? I
No.
thought it was. My
It's
wife and I,
That's what she
we
said.
put on our
Sometimes
cheaters. We
sometimes
looked
it's
in with a
brown.
magnifying glass. I could not see
Not
pink.
always.
Huh.
Where's my validator?
Are you using a VPN, brother?
You don't want.
No.
You don't want.
You can't for that one.
You don't want
and you'll
people
get latent- you'll
spying
get too
on you
much
like that.
latency. What?
Are you this far in the ocean? That's wild. I thought it
Yes!
was a lot closer to the mainland.
You
than
can't
USA.
swim that
It was a
far.
long way to swim. It was a long way to swim.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's a great site. But we don't know who's behind it, right?
Well,
I think it's Liquid Loans
It's another great site.
or Power City. I have a hunch that it's them.
can't it just be its own thing?
3% fees.
Woohoo!
Yes.
No problem.
Could also be the Go Pulse guys. It's the same font. I don't know. It's somebody. Liquid Loans, Chrispyman, are we still bullish on that, or what do you think?
I'm so out of touch with that. We were just talking about the liquidity. I
Yeah.
see the specifically with USDL, right? I do see some action going on there with USDL untied. A little bit. I don't know how big it's grown. I didn't really prep for that to talk about that, but I did see some there, and we have some other liquidity. It has been a challenge, right, to keep liquidity pools up. Just in general, right?
I mean, that's
for
my main criticism with Liquid Loans is that they're not funding the stable coin pair, so that like there's a stable coin that has 200k liquidity or something. So there's and 50 million have been sacrificed, and that was my personal. I wanted to have these guys on the show and ask these questions, but my co-hosts here don't. They don't want them on
because I'm not gonna
Why?
be I'm not
Throwing
gonna be
you
very
under the
courteous.
bus.
I'm
Well-
not gonna be courteous. Okay.
It represents.
you
I'm
under
gonna
the bus.
ask some
Well,
questions like, what the fuck?
Besides the other part of it, which you do have to the whole USDL. I mean, liquid loans,
Yeah.
how it's operating, and all that. I know that can be controversial for people because some of us did sacrifice, and obviously didn't work out very well so far.
Not quite.
Right?
No.
But specifically on that USDL, I'm pretty sure that if entrepreneurial people wanted to help provide liquidity even today for that stable to stable, you probably can be earning between 30 and 50% APR pretty consistently in a very tight
Oh.
range.
So you're
using
saying
the-
I don't work for you? Do you do it?
No, because I'm not part of that team, so it doesn't really matter. Now, I have a very little tiny bit, maybe because in the beginning I set it up, but yeah, there's opportunity, and I see people providing the LP, right? Between those two, and so there is an opportunity out there. There is demand. Perhaps somebody will step forward and do it.
That was
But it's
my
pretty good.
understanding
It's pretty good APR.
at the time for the sacrifice. It was like, yeah, the loan protocol, whatever, but one key component of that whole system was the stable coin. And I thought we need a stable coin, a true to Pulsechain stable coin, and let the community fund it. And I think many people thought the same thing, and that's
what's
why
happening? Is it not pegged?
the
Is it not
sacrifice
pegged?
was that big of an amount.
Is it not pegged right now? Is that what's happening?
It is. It's totally packed. It would work, but a whale cannot use it as selling in and out because there isn't enough liquidity. And when people criticize them for not putting liquidity, they always understand liquidity for the loan token, but it's not like whatever.
Gotcha.
It's
Yeah,
the
I wouldn't have
coin,
guessed
that.
That was an issue as well. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I do have.
liquid loans. Thank you.
There you go. There you go.
But we're not hating on it. We just want this to work. Like many people hate on it. I'm not shitting on it, but I feel what they're doing is not right.
Yeah. Yes. I guess I don't remember any promises being made.
Of
I guess
course
that's
not.
what I would say.
Of course not. With nothing here.
But going the other way, this is an issue not just for that token, right? We're operating. Just a lot of people already know this, but we're operating in basically V2 and V1 land for the most part, meaning we're subject to the AMMs, the automated market makers, and the use of the constant product formula, right?
Right.
Which means that even if it's stable, it doesn't care if it's stable, that the ratios are going to change. The numbers are going to change, right, when people trade. And that means you need to provide, which is what you're getting at, collateralization, right?
Yeah.
Higher collateralization,
Yeah.
just meaning if there's a $10,000 pool and it's not enough, you need 100,000. If 100,000 isn't enough, to 5 million, which is what you're talking about, right? To try
Yes.
to
I'd
keep it
love to
stable.
see 5
But
million there. Yeah.
but that's going to mean, at least
Or
in
10.
V2, it probably wouldn't even be enough, but maybe it could be enough if there was $5 million worth of DAI and $5 million worth of USDO. But somebody would have to put that, that kind of value up into those pools, right? And not chase other stuff with value, right? So they'd have to put it up in the pools, right, to be able to do that. And of
just
course,
let
the
it
bigger
sit
it
there.
gets, the less earnings there is. Now, I did mention offhand, right, Tide from the Zero X Coast guys.
Yeah.
They've made efforts to build pools that accommodate this. And I've even seen right on PHUX, right. There's pools in there to kind of do this. There's people, to help support that, but it's never going to be enough until we develop some more tools or people put more value in, because it really requires substantial value, a substantial amount of value and effort to make it so that it's going to do what you want it to do. And so maybe the thumb rule, and I guess define, maybe you had a goal, you wanted to recruit people if you cared. Maybe the target is figure out what you think a whale trade is. How many dollars? What do you think that is? Is that
I think it should
10,000?
be between 5 and 10 million, the liquidity for just the stable coin.
Yeah, so 1%.
So that
is
whales
like
can actually sell in and out of that.
1%. 1% is like a reasonable kind of guess for a whale trade. That's kind of low actually, but like 1%. So 100 million allows $1 million trade in that kind of scenario. Right.
Where do you think we are anyway with the liquidity for the whole chain? Because I remember December, granted prices were 3x up from where we are now, and also the farms were still with the APR as they were. I remember seeing 600 million liquidity for the whole Pulsechain. Then the farms got slashed, prices dropped, and now we're sort of in the 100 million area, which many are saying that's not good enough. Is it a bug? Is it a feature? What do you think will it take?
Well, let me turn it around the other way.
Come back?
If you provide liquidity using stables in some form, you make a lot. Right? There's a big opportunity there. So yeah, there. I mean, I think the market's starving for liquidity because I think that you can see that. Yeah, is it enough? I don't know. I don't think it is. I think we need a lot more stable value, and I don't know how you actually measure that, because we look at what we think are real stable coins. I don't even know how you determine what's okay, but USDT, right?
Bridge, DAI,
USDC,
USDC.
You got the eDAI, right? Those are like the primaries. Then you have our internal liquidity fork,
Yes.
Stable. So I don't even know. So how do you make all that? How do you get that to 50 million? Or maybe it's already past 50 million. But on chain, how do you 10x that? People got to bring 10x across.
Right. So you think it's much
it into
more is
into the
needed.
system.
Well, the critique from some of the haters is that when whales, that with the current liquidity situation, it would be impossible or not attractive for whales to actually buy, because they would trade so much against themselves, buying or selling.
Well, let's turn that into another positive and go in the other direction. So last week, maybe I believe the number was around 20 million forked in DAI, right? Total was on chain.
Okay.
Like 60% of that had not been deployed yet. So it's sitting in wallets, right? Not in contracts, sitting in
Mhm.
wallets. And so 60% of that. So it's $12 million. Yes. So if that was your trade, right? We don't have to get crazy about it. If that was your trade, you're trying to trade 12 million for anything.
Yeah.
You're gonna take some slippage, right? You're gonna take some price, some price impact. And so, yeah, it's not a game for the weak. That's for sure, right? Because it could be if you're okay losing 50% of the value when you trade into something, I guess.
Right.
But it takes a lot of time, a little bit of planning, and some work to be able to move that kind of value around. So you're absolutely right. Right, what we want to see is that, but that's also how pumps get created, right? So it's just where does the value go when it wicks away? And it's usually going to somebody that wasn't intended to. At least when you do it, you're not intending to give it to the bots, right?
No, you're right.
And but the bots are able to do that when people do the big swaps. Right?
So in a way, we want to change the pump, but we also want whales to be comfortable trading over here. So it's,
Yeah, you have to. Well, it's going to take time to grow, right?
Yeah.
So, God, and we're already doing that for a couple of years, right? But so okay. So the parking lot list here is we want more liquidity for USDL against other stables, so we can have bigger whales, and then in general, we want more stables to come on board, and somehow there be some sort of a stable.
Yeah, I think that would be a plan, but
yeah. Just as a thumb rule, when I've been doing swaps and looking at swaps, anyways, I've been trying to do my calculations one or two ways, looking at like what's in a minimum or a maximum acceptable swap, something like in the 1% range of the LP pool. Now, I'm working with $100 LP pool, so it's a little different, but I think it applies to the $1 million stuff too, right? And so, but you can use it as kind of a thumb rule. And then when I'm looking at the price impacts, there's something to be said for pushing buttons. Shout out to all the folks who were out in like Sonny's group, Sonny Detective. I talk about him sometimes, and those groups, and just the idea they talk about their fingers hurting from pushing buttons. You know why? Because sometimes you just don't want to take the slippage. It takes time.
Yeah,
and you have to wait. Yeah, you have to do it in increments, right? A lot of us just think, and you just want to move so fast. Push the button, and you're done. But all these pools are not. It's not like there's some sort of like pulse chain intelligence that knows all pools that exist everywhere, and it transacts through all of them at all the same time. It's not like that.
Yeah.
What it's like is it's going through 3 or 4 different pools, and then the other 10 pools filling back up, right? And so if you exhaust one pool too much, you take a lot of slippage. So, anyways, probably too detailed.
Right. No, but that's absolutely what it is. So, you're streaming on Tuesdays now. You've taken on Maddie's streaming spot in a way, not his channel, but on that time, right, where you used to do the hex therapy.
Yeah,
and
well, he went on hiatus.
The Tuesday live. Well, yeah, he's hiating.
Hiatus.
Yeah, he's been working on something else with a different project on a different chain for a while.
I heard like a reality TV show or something that's happening.
Yeah, I don't know all the
I don't want to spill the beans because I don't know too much about it. But you've been busy streaming with Fast Abdul, right, on that Tuesday night spot. And
well, because when he made the change, we just started talking. That's all.
Yeah.
It's probably not as organized as like Maddie's stuff, and not as professional as your guys' stuff, but
right. The singing, especially here, is crazy.
People in the chat are wondering what Peter's looking at for like the last 15 minutes. The answer is he's perusing his Uber Eats menu to figure out exactly what the hell he's going to eat.
I'm looking for jobs.
Is on youporn.com.
He's looking for a job. Looking for a job.
Looking at transition costs. Yeah, let's go, guys. Wrong answers only. So no, but you're doing a great job there with Tuesdays. So everybody support that and follow hexfire.io on YouTube and on the X. Links are down in the description. And it's also, we said that recently with the RH Max too, that there is like this show here, you guys and the Crypto Ewok and also the Happy Hour from DeFi Down Under, we are sort of the remaining weekly consistent, coming back every weekend, the last bastions, because we had many more that have kind of fallen away or are hiatusing.
Hiatusing. Hey, DJ, we will
Yes.
be here every red candle,
the top.
every pink candle, every maroon candle.
Maroon.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
And
I'm
Peter
here
still
for the
loves
red
it.
pole, the brown pole,
Yeah.
whatever
Yay.
pole.
The brown ones.
Silver pole.
Yeah, so what is your sentiment at the moment? Why are people like Hexo and why is this all? Is everybody tired? Is there nothing to talk
Yes.
about? Because there's you
Yes.
guys always have new projects to
Guises?
cover on Tuesday. You guys
Oh,
So
dude, you're asking me specifically this question.
Yeah, of course, of course. Who
Well,
else?
because Peter, I want to hear from Peter too. But
Peter,
let's
hear it. Peter, let's hear it.
but
Where is everybody gone?
what do you think?
All the streamers.
Well, just look at the charts, man. That's
Oh.
all you need to know.
But
Look at
we're
the
here,
charts
though.
and Immediately.
Yeah.
4 years
Yeah,
down for Hex.
almost
2
every
years down
stream.
for Pulse.
Almost every stream, Peter, I start out with I'm exhausted, man. I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired, man, of all this.
This
But
feels like talking to a void, to blackness of space. It has no effect. So
yeah,
That's why we do
it
it.
does feel that way sometimes, yeah. But going back again, positive on what DJ is saying, man, there's so many people building stuff. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. I mean, and so like every week. So one of the things, Matty had a different flavor for how he would run his show when he was doing it. So when Fast and we just decided to not let the time go to waste. We were already scheduled, right?
To keep going, of course.
So we try.
Yeah.
So we try to stay on them. Even
Yeah.
we end up being late sometimes. But I'm definitely talking about things that are not Hex.
Yeah.
Right.
But Pulsechain.
But here's the thing. It's Pulsechain. It's stuff that's going on that we're hearing about. And I think we're way beyond now this whole idea that the only thing I can talk about is Hex, right? Like, because anything else is bad. Now, I personally still believe that Hex is the best opportunity. But
Yeah.
but regardless of that, there's just all these other really cool things going on. And some of them are kind of like risky too, and they're not good things, but we don't hear about them. But from a lot of other people. But I hear about certain things. So does Fast. So we've been kind of drilling into those things, right? And they're not opportunities for everybody. We try to always like give them the NFA advice. And there's an element of the whole, if you talk about something, you're giving them a platform thing too. So Richard's right about that. But again, these are things that I'm hearing about. People are talking about them. So we talk about them too.
Yeah, but on this show we keep it very much RH loyalist, so we think what he would like. That's what we talk about. But then it's mostly really Hex.
And then there's Peter.
And then there's Peter. But what you guys, the thing is with you guys, your reputation and the image that you have in the community, you are not some pump and dumpers. So when you talk about another project on Pulsechain, it either you've tried it yourself and you're just sharing your experience. Like I never got the image or the feeling that you guys are talking about this project now because you got an allocation or you're pumping the back or whatever. So you're like in it for the tech kind of. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
but that's what is okay about it, I think.
Yeah, I got to think about this for a second. I got to be really, really clear. I don't recall anybody ever giving me any free tokens.
Okay.
Or anything, and just thinking about this, and nobody's giving me any free ones to talk about their stuff. But that question comes up all the time, right? People are always like, in the back channels, I'll get like these negative comments and junk. So,
yeah.
But
Matty Lambo has a question, by the way.
Matty Lambo.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm going to guess 40 other people have talked about it. I think you can just use like the rule of 10, 40 to maybe 40 to 50,000 people. maybe that's as many real people there. I don't know. There might be less actually.
Yeah.
Right, because
So
I don't know how many wallets you guys. I got 100 addresses to track. So divide it by 100. Is that four? Does that
yeah,
mean we have 4,000 users?
that's
Well,
true.
okay.
I
Well,
have
most
like
people,
15 wallets, I think. So yeah,
most people only have two. So
yeah,
does that mean there's 200,000 users? I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to nail down, Maddie. You know what it might be.
right. All right. So, but anyway, kudos to your streaming on Tuesdays. So everybody support that. We got
Well, thanks.
120 people watching live right now. Please follow up, smash the likes. What else is going on with you? Are there any updates to hexfire.io? Anything you can talk about? Anything you like to share?
Yeah, I still get a lot of questions from people. Again, back channel stuff, asking for information. I'll send it out to them, that type of stuff. I did put a big note up on my because there's a lot of new stat sites. So I put a big
Yes.
note on my charts that were out there that were open to public. I said, "Hey, if you're reading this and you want to keep seeing it, send me a note." So I didn't get any notes, so I took that off the website. And so now what I'm focusing now on are things like alerts. And so,
Okay.
so some of us also know about the pi indicator, and
Not
so
just
within
crypto.
not just and so for all the pulse chain, for about 500 assets, I m- I watch every one of them every day, and if it pops a sell or a buy, I notify based on that, so that I can see that those buy signals will come in or whatever. And so, for instance, you know how you may have seen that I've posted a couple times buy signals for Hex. That's the
No.
pi indicator,
Okay. Ah.
right? So
Aha. Okay.
on the old Twitter on X, I will post buy signals at times for Hex, and that is the pi indicator saying, "Hey, these are buy signals that are coming in."
On what time frame?
Well, it's usually on a daily time frame, but
Daily.
the
Okay.
but it's using the same pi indicator,
Mm-hmm.
350-day moving averages, and looking for the crossovers and all that stuff.
Okay.
Speaking of crossover, this Crypto, he's a German gentleman, isn't he?
German.
DJ?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Das ist ein falscher Mann?
No, das ist ein sehr starker Mann with the Muskelprotz.
Nein. Das ist eine Fairy.
Richard has been asking for suggestions, out of which a lot of people made that the tablet campaign, I have one right here, has failed, which is, of course, not the case, right?
Well, and the campaign takes some time to actually do something. And if there is a lot of sell pressure, let's say $1 million gets out of Pulsechain every day, and
Yes.
and
It's not helping, right?
people are onboarding by like the total onboards are like 200K per day. That you cannot see that. It's impossible to see that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But he's saying 100,000 have already been mailed out, which is amazing because we thought it was like 30 to 40,000, but it's actually already 100,000 tablets being
Might be
mailed.
that bad.
And he's saying another 700,000 are on the way. Some of them with fridge magnets to the back, which give it more functionality even. And then he was fishing here for ideas and what to do with it besides mailing out. What do you guys think?
Do not connect it to your internet. That's
Of course.
Deactivate the
number
Bluetooth
one.
on it. Very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't load your seeds into it.
Yes, please.
yeah, well, on the surface level only, right? That's it.
Right.
But kids love it. I've made the test. They,
Oh, dude!
they
Everybody
absolutely-
I showed it to loves the
amazing.
hell out of it. Loves the hell
Yeah.
out of it. It's really cool. But I anticipated, that marketing items weren't going to be $500 iPhones, right? So we knew it was going to be some sort of small electronic device in the low price range. And
Has
so
to
it's
be on
not
the scale.
yeah, it's not unexpected that a bunch of idiots don't really understand why that's valuable to get into people's hands.
Yes.
And I did question pretty heavily at first, like, is this even a smart idea? But of course, it's not actually any money that I can control or I would ever benefit from directly. That's spending on all this, right? So somebody
Yeah.
else is making the effort to do it.
Of
And I think
course.
Peter's is exactly right. I think you get past the point, if you can get past the point where you actually go to do some research and you realize that this type of item is like one of the best types of items you could ever get out to people as a gift for marketing. And you just check the
Could
box
be.
and go, boom,
Could be.
okay, that's it. All right. We already know that it's one of the best things you could do, right? As far as marketing to get it out there.
Yes.
And so then the rest of it is, do you have the numbers? It's all math after that. It's all math and in time. And so, you know, this might be, you know, right now I see the dumbasses talking about it, but you know, being negative, it's trolling, you know, trolling like it's a failure. How do you even know it's a failure? You couldn't even measure it. It's been a month. You know, how you don't even know because
No,
there's no way to do it.
there
Now,
was. I spotted a fake account the other day on the X who posted the marketing the tablet campaign is officially terminated. It didn't work out, and then I checked his profile, and it was, you know, 2 followers and joined October 2025.
yeah, I saw
Just
I-
like
I-
my account.
But a bunch of people retweeted that, you know. Oh, Peter, you were there. Okay, good.
No. But I have 0 followers, so
But that's
my
where you
account looks
see-
actually like a real bot.
Okay.
Well, some people want to fudge just for fun and troll, and that's part of the internet.
Yeah,
But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean the rest of us have to take everything somebody
exactly.
says.
And so don't fall for it is the message here. But what other initiatives would you, I know underneath this tweet here that I have up have been like, community has been really submitting probably hundreds of suggestions on where else to hand them out versus you know, mailing them to affluent households. My suggestion was that I put there to give them out at crypto conferences, at people's goodie bags with their entrance ticket. I think that would be interesting because these are people who might not like Richard, okay, but they're already in crypto, so it's like an easier onboard. What do you guys think would also make sense where to hand
I
them out,
thought,
give them
this
out?
is something we brainstormed the other day. And so I'll just do one quick one with Fast and I. And how about a community submittal? You know, community submits names and of people and addresses that I know this touchy about that part, you know, about information and whatnot. But
Security,
nevertheless, what about a crowdsourced community effort? That was one, you know, like where people say, "Hey, this person in the world, I think really should have one." You know, because it's for the marketing and maybe it goes through some sort of vetting process that goes out that way.
Right.
The other thing that we were mentioning the other night is most of us with the whole 5 degrees, 6 degrees of separation concept. Most of us are just a couple steps away from people that could have a lot of influence, and so there's that angle, right, where you could be, you know, perhaps getting them into the hands of people that might get them to the right people.
That was suggested by many down there in that tweet that say, why not have the option that Hexicans can actually buy them or order a box full and then hand them out within their circle? What do you think of that? Papa B, you flooding the whole Hawaii with
I think
you know, at the town
I think
hall
a lot
meeting?
of the people that I know would keep them and just say, "This is so cool. It's my
Thank you very
branded
much.
thing."
And,
Yeah. But you know what? In the past, we've had things that have come out that have been very successful. Hats and things that are made by community members and sent out en masse.
Shout out to Brian
Those have
Magruder.
done. Magruder was
Yes.
like amazing with stickers and coins and medallions and cards and hats. That shit went like all to people that I onboarded, and they were excited to go and show the logo out. Now that could be a thing where, you know, maybe we can offset the the fee of it, like I wouldn't mind ordering, a box
I
of
wouldn't
100 or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd buy it. I'd buy a couple dozen. I hand them out to.
And hand them out. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So we'll see how that evolves. All right. Before we go, because we reached the end of the show, there is no TA with Toby today, unfortunately. But the charts are trash anyway. It's another.
Hey, they're wonderful. Invert.
Another happy birthday, but it's like another.
Yeah, but it's not.
down.
It's not unexpected. Not unexpected charts.
Not unexpected. Not
within the range. It's within the range, Pablo.
Yes, the
it's
range
the big
my
sideways.
hair falling out and my blood pressure going too high. Yeah.
I got a shameless plug to plug. Wow, who put up this spinning hamster there to the right? So I'm doing a drum and bass raid train this Sunday on Twitch. Nice. So I'm opening up this fiesta, and then you have 8-9 of the best hardcore spinning drum and bass DJ from the UK, a bunch of Germany, US. So we're going all over one afternoon full of Sunday drum and bass. So if you guys are into this type of music, please follow my Twitch, show up, support. It's also always, these trains are a good opportunity for us to onboard, reach out to new people who may not yet be in crypto, and we want them to get into the right crypto. Peter, ain't that right? The best crypto.
Oh, wait, I got a shout out to
Papa B,
shout out to the Pulsican-Store.com, where we get our amazing uniforms with the bug on the sleeve. If you want one of these, go to the Pulsican-Store.com. Pulsican-Store.com.
That's right.
And Peter, show us your shirt.
It's with the
Shut up, man. Jesus. not on air, okay?
It's in the shed.
Wow. Peter wears his on the inside.
Mr. Crispy is the goat. That's right. So
show me your shirt.
Show me your shirt. I show you who you are. Follow up at hexfire.io. Links are down in the description. Also links to the What the Hex T-shirt on the Pulsican-Store. Everything is down in the description. Check it out. Smash the likes. Follow up. Where are we now? We have... Wow, 200 people live. Crazy.
What? It's all for Peter's enthusiasm.
All for Peter and Chrispyman, and half of the people who watch this show are not subscribed to the channel. Please. How can we pump their bags if they don't at least follow the channel?
Tablets.
I'll never understand this.
You gotta follow the channel. Yeah, follow the channel.
Follow the channel, get a tablet, get a T-shirt.
Hey, I found it interesting. Do you always play Richard's little interview, not interview, but the clip where he talks about you need to have more buyers than sellers?
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, that's the message. All right, you guys. We see you on the next one. Crispy, thanks for coming on the show. You're always welcome.
Yes,
spreading that alpha around here, and we see you guys on the next one.
Guys,
outro.